Forget the comfort of hindsight, guys. Let's dive in and experience 1945 exactly as it terrifyingly unfolded.
Even before victory, journalists on the ground spotted something huge. The mighty Allied coalition was actually falling apart.
So, instead of nonstop celebrating, the year was actually swallowed up by this profound, paralyzing anxiety.
January kicked off not with confident cheers, but with a brutal stalemate and some seriously bitter political infighting.
Just look at the sheer scale of distrust here. These allies were bickering over everything from Russia to commerce.
All this political gloom perfectly mirrored a frozen battlefield, brutally stalled by that shock Ardennes counterattack.
But here's the wild part. This public squabbling accidentally handed the crumbling Nazi regime a real lifeline of hope.
German propaganda totally weaponized that uncertainty. They convinced citizens surrender meant complete annihilation, which just prolonged the bloodbath.
Right, but then spring hits, and suddenly that tense, drawn-out military deadlock is just utterly and violently shattered.
Look how fast this happens. In just 2 months, the momentum completely flipped and an entire nation fell. Crossing the Rhine was the ultimate game-changer, breaking Germany's absolute last great natural defense in an instant.
Hitler was dead, and the regime didn't fall heroically, it just dissolved into score-settling and cowardly suicides.
The guns finally stopped, sure, but correspondents traveling into Bavaria found an absolute, heartbreaking human catastrophe.
Defeated German society didn't just surrender, you guys, it effectively ceased to exist altogether. Total collapse.
Isolated citizens, psychological victimhood, chaotic refugees, and a complete political vacuum literally plunged the nation into the dark.
Stepping right into that massive void were the Big Three at Potsdam, whose alliance was now visibly cracking.
They stared down at a ruined Europe, armed with 2 fundamentally opposed and totally dangerous ideological blueprints.
Talk about a bombshell. The British public abruptly voted Winston Churchill right out of office mid-conference. Crazy, right?
Just 2 weeks later, atomic bombs dropped on Japan, bringing a shuddering, abrupt end to the war.
So, what do you think? Did this unthinkable weapon actually bring peace, or instantly spark the Cold War?